Hey everyone, Final Fantasy Exvius Tactics channel here. The Final Fantasy X banner is here, and the 5-star unit of that banner is Tidus, one unit highly anticipated because it is called the Holy Trinity of the DPS units with Eileen and Orlandeau. Tidus is a very good damage dealer unit, but also have some support skills that are very good too. Well, how much damage and what skills have Tidus? Let's check it out. This is Tidus. His base stats are Tidus doesn't have any magic. Also, he can equip daggers, swords, great swords, katanas, light shields, hats, helms, throwing weapons, clothes, light armor and heavy armor. And in his abilities, in the passive abilities, we have HP plus 30%, MP plus 20%, and Trust, attack plus 30%, auto refresh. Also, we have Top Athlete, that is a passive skill that increases the LB gauge field rating 200%, and you have immunity to blind, sleep, and paralyze. Quick Hit, that is the chaining skill of Tidus. This is a skill that does 400% damage to one enemy in about 10 hits, and it is a very fast chaining skill. I will show that later. Spiral Cut is a skill that does 210% damage to one enemy. Energy Rain is a skill that does 180% damage to all the enemies. Headshot is a skill that does one hit 200% damage to one enemy with 50% defense ignore. That means 400% one hit damage to one enemy, and also you gain water element to your weapon for 5 turns. That is pretty good if you don't have the TM of Tidus, the Brotherhood, and you activate his LB and give the enemy the water resistance down. Blitz Mania is a skill that refreshes the MP of all the allies for 3 turns, and also increase the water resistance in 100% for 3 turns to all the allies. Get Pump is a skill that does 140% damage to one enemy and increase all the stats of all your allies by 40% for 3 turns. This is a very good skill for support. Tackle Sleep is a passive skill that increases your evasion in 30%, and Sun Crest is another passive skill that increases your attack in 20% and increases the damage to beasts, birds and demons in 50%. You may understand now why Tidus is perfect for chasing the Dark Spells trial. Well, we know the skills, so now let's go to the dummy to see it in action. First of all, I'm going to show you that my Tidus is with 20 attack pots, and with that, and Duran Howl, Second Knife, Imperial Helm, Dazzle Clothes, Ifrit's Claw, Rudolph's Ring, attack plus 30%, Great Sword Mastery, attack plus 15% and Sweating Power, I got 5600 HP and 606 attack. That is very nice for Tidus. Well, it's a very 5-star unit of high level, so that stats should be expected with F2P equipment. With TMs, the attack should rise a little more. Well, let's go to the dummy to see the skills. Right, first of all, let's try the Spiral Cut. Nice damage. Okay, let's see now the Energy Rain. It has some chaining potential. It's only 5 hits, but it could be good chain if you doesn't have the ability to chain Quick Hit. Next, let's see Headshot. The damage is real big in this one because, well, it's 1 hit and you can do high damage with it. Also could be a very good finisher with Tidus if you have another better chaining units like Orlandiu or Frivia. Blitzmania. With that, I recover 23 MP. And let's see now, get pump. The damage is kinda low, but the fact of that is the buff to all your allies. Now I want to show you how quick hit works. This is quick hit. As you can see, the animation is really fast. The difference between hit and hit is very low. So if you don't do a perfect chaining, you won't get all the hits in that attack. Let me show you. I'm not using a macro. I'm going to do it the fastest way possible with my hand. Here is basically the best way to chain that. You have to be very quick doing it. And even with that, I didn't get all the hits because the difference between hit and hit is very low. If Tidus, the first Tidus does one hit and the next hit isn't the Tidus hit of his quick shot and is your own second hit of the quick shot, the chain breaks and will start again to one chain. So the trouble with quick hit is because it's very hard to chain. It's not like with Orlandiu or Frivia or even Eileen that the difference of frames between attack and attack is more tolerable to chaining with the other Orlandiu. It's a delay of time between attack and attack. Here you have to do almost at the same time both quick hits to have your maximum chain damage, and that could be a little stressful for you. Finally, I'm going to show you the best equipment I can get with my TMs. I have Save the Queen, Brotherhood, Black Cowl, Demon Mail, Bracer and Genki Globe, 2 Wisdoms, Dark Knight Soul and Great Sword Mastery. With that I can get 956 attack on Tidus. But if instead of a heavy armor I use the Brave Suit, and instead of Dark Knight Soul I use a attack plus 30% materia, I get 933 attack, so the attack is lower using the Brave Suit than a normal attack materia. So the best way to maximize the damage of Tidus, I think, is with a heavy armor. That with the sword, I can use a Dark Knight Soul on Tidus. Okay, let's go back to the initial equipment and let's go to the dummy. Okay, if I remember, the last time headshot does about 200-300 attack damage. Let's see now. Okay, it's almost double. Let's try the quick hit. Alright, almost the same damage of headshot, but if you use the headshot as a finisher with a good chain blanket, you can get more damage than with quick hit, I think. But if you synchronize perfectly the 2 quick hits, the damage also can be bigger. It's up to you. Let's see Tidus limit break, that is Blitz Ace. Blitz Ace is a physical damage to one enemy in 290% damage in level 1, and in level 25 is 410% damage, and decrease the water resistance is 75% for 5 turns to one enemy in level 1, and in level 10 is 100% water resistance down for 5 turns. So let's show Blitz Ace. My Tidus is level 1. Okay, not very powerful, but we have the element resist down, so let's try again. Headshot. Very good. And the quick hit. The same damage. If you have a Mercedes and a Tidus, it could be a good idea to enhance Mercedes Pirate King shot. With that, you will give the enemy 75% less water resistance to the enemy, and you can use your Tidus to do more damage. It will be a good idea to enhance Mercedes Pirate King shot. If you are not convinced of use your stones, your crates on Mercedes, wait for my Mercedes analyze video, because Mercedes as a unit is also very good and her equipment is not bad with enhancements. In the pros and cons of Tidus we have, in the pros, great buffs. Tidus can give 100% water resistance to all the allies and also can buff the entire party with attack, defense, magic and spirit. That are nice buffs that doesn't stress much your healers or support units, because Tidus can do that emergency buffs. Finisher and chain skills. Tidus has headshot, that is a great finisher skill, and quick hit, that is a really nice chaining skill but needs a lot of practice to do the perfect chain. Good HP and attack. Tidus has 9 passive attack and HP skills, and also with his innate stats can get over 5000 HP and over 600 attack with all the FP equipped. Can replenish MP. Tidus also can be a good mana battery doing the MP refresh skill that refresh this MP of your allies all the turns. In the cons we have water resistance down only via LB. Tidus doesn't have a skill that reduces the water element resistance of the enemy via normal skills like Orlandu, Freevia, even Fallen has. You need to activate the LB or have the help of another unit like Mercedes to reduce the water resistance of the enemy and also do the maximum damage with him. No sword mastery. Tidus' best weapon is a sword, the recommended Brotherhood, his TN, but he doesn't have any passive boost that increase the damage with a sword equipped like other new top tier units has, like Olive or Freevia, Gilgamesh, that encourage you to use certain weapons to get more bonus. Tidus doesn't have that, but even without that you can still get a good amount of damage, but you can break the 1000 attack threshold unless you use 2 element weapons, and with that the damage will reduce greatly even. Quick shot too hard to chain. Quick shot is a skill that has a very fast animation, and because of that with 2 Tidus it will be complicated to do the chain with both attacks. You need to practice a lot to have the perfect chain, and also with that to combine that with other units in your party could be a little more complicated, so the quick shot of Tidus could be a little annoying to chain for the maximum hits. Tidus is a very good unit because not only does a lot of damage but also have great support skills. It's a very nice mix of both type of units, the damage units and the buff units, so it is very recommended to level him up if you have one and throw all your pots on him, because this unit is very good and very balanced. A great unit. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Goodbye.